Welcome back, Bronco Nation. This is Bronco Talk. I'm Nick Wade alongside Sam from Sam Talk Sports. And today we're joined by one of the heartbeats of Boise State basketball, last season's Mountain West Six Man of the Year, Javan Buchanan. How's it going, Javan?
Going good. Thanks for having me on, man.
Let's get right into it, Nick, shall we?
Yep. Before Bronco Nation gears up for Tuesday night, we're diving into Javan's story. Saturday's grinded out win over Wichita State, his growth as a leader, and what the Broncos need to do to handle a confident Wichita State squad. Your journey from Indiana Wesleyan to Boise State continues to be one of the most compelling stories on this roster. When you look back at your development, what part of the transition shaped you and most into the player you are today?
I don't know if there's one thing that specifically did it. There's a whole culmination of things. But yeah, my time at Indiana Wesleyan really helped me as a player. I definitely I wouldn't take anything back. I would start my career there 100 times out of 100. But obviously coming here is there's a lot of challenges, just overall, but I knew it was going to be that. And that's part of the reason that I did make the decision. And yeah, I've learned a lot of things, but overall just learned a lot about myself and overall just who I am as a person and as a player on and off the court. So, I mean, I don't know if I can just pin one thing. There's so many things, but all I can say is my journey has just taught me a lot about, just taught me a lot about like the ups and downs of life. There's just so many ups and downs, and you just got to stay level-headed through it all.
Yeah. And as a former NAIA athlete myself, I know that it's just as competitive at that level, and that it's not to be taken lightly coming from the NAIA. There's just as competitive people down there as what there are at the D1 level.
Yeah, for sure.
You came here with the reputation for toughness and efficiency, and last season you earned Mountain West Six Man of the Year. How did that role help build your confidence and prepare you for what looks like a much larger responsibility this year, moving from sixth man to starter?
Yeah, prepared me a lot. I think you can't really understand stuff until you go through it. So I just feel like I had a lot of experience and a lot of things that I went through last year that is going to help me this year, obviously. But yeah, I was really happy with how the season went last year for myself. Obviously, there's always things you wish you could have done better or that you need to get better at. But overall, yeah, I'm super grateful for how last year went, even though it didn't go exactly how a lot of people, and including myself, didn't really expect it to go. But you don't always get what you want. All you can do is just show up every day and give your best. So, yeah.
Now, your dad, John, I see him all over the place on social, see him showing up in the chat. I even see your unk. Very open cheerleaders for you on the social platforms. What does his support mean to you?
It means a lot, and it is kind of sometimes I have to tell them tone it back because I'm like, all right, I get it, they get it, they know you're my dad, but yeah, man, ever since he got social media, I haven't heard the end of it. I don't know who taught him in my family how to do it, but yeah, it means a lot, obviously, and sometimes it is like a little corny, and it's kind of like, Dad, stop, or it's like, all right, they get it, but I really do appreciate it, and I know a lot of people don't have that in their life, so it means a lot to me.
No, I like your pops. I like his content. I see a lot of I'm into spices, and I see he's grown a pepper farm. Looks like it.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff. He's a man of many, jack of all trades. One night he's doing peppers, another night he's grilling stuff. Like another night he just learned how to get this super high kite that he flies. So he'll go out into this field and like the kite's dang near up there with the airplanes, and he's just in the middle of the field. Like he's just a free spirit.
Nice.
I'm all for it, man.
Let's talk Montana State. It was a grinded out defensive battle. The offense struggled at times, shooting just over 33% from the field, 28% from deep. But you found ways to make winning plays. How did you personally stay steady when the game felt so choppy?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of learned that last year and just overall and throughout my college career that most of the time, like most of the games that you're gonna win are not gonna be the prettiest games, and you just gotta find a way to win them. And like trying not to get into the mindset of like, oh, we're not playing up to what we know we can do, because a lot of times you're not gonna play up to the potential that you know you can. But it's not about just sitting there and like being angry about it. It's more about just finding a way to win, and that's what we did. So I'm glad we just gutted it out and no excuses, just whatever it was, just made it happen.
Now, you finished with 19 points, 9 boards, and you were perfect on the line. With the offense kind of sputtering, did you feel like you needed to step up into a more assertive scoring role as the game went on?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm confident in no matter what game it is in terms of my scoring and overall what I can do on the court. But I guess it wasn't necessarily about stepping up. It's just doing what the team needed me to do at that moment. Um, and I just found the ball, and basketball rewards you for having good habits, always going to the glass no matter what. And then just being confident in the shots that you know you can hit and not shying away from the moment. And that's why my teammates and my coaches, they are pour confidence into me. So it's probably the reason why I do step up in those moments. And it's not always going to be me. I think that's the beauty of this team. It's not always going to have to be me. Nobody knows what night, who will need to step up. I'm confident that I can do it every night, but I know that it's not how basketball works. Um, so I'm just happy that we got the win, honestly.
It's one of the many uh, benefits to having multiple shooters on the team is if someone's cold, someone else can take over.
For sure.
Yeah. One of the most underrated parts of your night was the two steals, both of which came during huge momentum stretches. What were you seeing defensively that allowed you to jump passing lanes and punish them on those mistakes?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my steals I feel like come from just scouting and knowing the other team's tendencies. I think when you do that, you can go in the game with a lot more confidence defensively because you know what they're trying to do and you know where to be. So I credit the coaches for getting us good actions and letting us see the actions that they most run so that we can like, okay, like this is they're gonna run this. So how could you affect this play? And because you never know when it'll show up in the game.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we will run through a play and then they won't show that play until last play of the game or last couple plays of the game. And you still have to be focused enough to know that, oh, we did run through this. I know what's coming. So I think it's just a testament to our scout team and how well they show us a look in practice. Because once you get out there and you've already done it, it's just that level of confidence of like, okay, I know what's coming, so you can defend it a little better.
The play of the game was definitely the great defensive stop at the rim in the final seconds that caused the missed bucket and sent Andrews to the free throw line after the rebound. What was going through your mind in that sequence?
Oh yeah, we knew that guy. Just talking about the scout again, he liked it. He's really good and really effective going right. So I just tried to send him to the left and then contest without fouling because he is a good player and he knew how to draw fouls. And that's the thing I've been struggling with. Really, my whole college career is playing without fouling and just fouling with my chest instead of my hands. And so I just tried to get my hands up and yeah, I just fell back on the training and it worked. So.
Whenever you didn't hear the whistle, was there a immediate sense of relief?
Yeah, for sure. Because I was just like, I know I didn't foul him, but I also know some refs do get it wrong. I was just like, please do
Mhm.
not. And then, yeah, once I grabbed it, obviously, it was like, whew, just knock these down and we're good. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Now, rebounding was a battle. Montana State actually edged out the Broncos 36-35 on the boards. You personally grabbed 9 of those. How much pride do you take in that aspect of the game? And what adjustments did you make to stay active on both ends?
Yeah, I could have, I mean, I got 9. I could have had way more than that just watching the film. But like I said, they beat us on the glass, and that's not who we are. That's not what we pride ourselves on, and that's partly the reason why the game was so close because they edged us out on the glass at home. Um, so that's not something that we're happy about, and we're definitely going to respond the right way in that area. Um, yeah, I mean, like I say, you just fall back on your habits when it's not going well. You just like, all right, I'm just keep doing what I practice, and I'm keep trusting that, and just fall back on your habits, and sometimes it'll just fall right in your hands. And so that's why you always got to go. But yeah, it's a big, big identity of this team.
From your perspective on the floor, what was the key to closing the game out when Montana State kept hovering and throwing counter punches in the final minutes?
I mean, it's just one of those games where it's like, all right, they're hitting some tough shots, and we're not really hitting shots. You got to just rely on your defense. And I mean, everybody says that defense wins games. Like, we didn't hit a shot in that final two. Like, we barely hit a shot in that final 11 minutes of the game. We scored 2 field goals. Um, so just relying on our defense and trying to build that identity, because it's something we definitely need to get better at.
Now, 4 games in, it feels like you've stepped into more of a stabilizing presence for this roster. Do you feel yourself becoming one of the emotional anchors for the team, especially in tight situations like we saw on Saturday?
Yeah, I try my best to be. Nobody's perfect, but I definitely try to pride myself on being a leader for this team. It always looks different every other night. Maybe it's picking someone up, or maybe it's calling someone out, like, hey, this got to be better, or a teammate calling me out. Like, it's not all about just me. But I do try to just be the best leader I can, and that changes, and it doesn't always look the same every single game. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm focused on for this team.
Defensively, holding Montana State to 58 points, especially when they matched you in 3-point makes and out-rebounded, says a lot about the group's toughness. What identity do you see forming with this year's roster?
Yeah, it's identity that's going to keep growing throughout the season. It's such a long season. But like I said, we got to be the toughest team, and we have to come out with the edge. Like, when we play with the edge as a team, we play way better. And when we're on the attack, and when we're the aggressor, and we're not letting the offense dictate to us what to do, or letting the defense dictate to us what they want to do, when we're aggressive and we're the aggressors in a situation, I think we're a really good team. So I think that's part of our identity, is obviously defending, rebounding, moving the ball on offense, and then, yeah, just playing with that edge and just being the tougher team. Everybody says it, but I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Now, looking ahead to Wichita State, they're 3-0. KenPom currently 98. Here in this the recent schedule that's coming, it's you're going to be having opportunities to pick up some quad 1, quad 2 games and build that resume. Now you've got an unbeaten Wichita State team coming in. Again, like I said, top 100 in KenPom. They're physical, disciplined, and playing confident basketball. What stands out on film when you look at them?
Oh yeah, like everything you just said. Like, they are physical, they're athletic. They got some dynamic guards. It'll be a good challenge for us. I feel like this is the exact team we need to play. Definitely the best overall team that we've had up to this point, and most complete team. So it's going to be a challenge, and I really think we're up for it. So I'm just excited for the opportunity.
This will be your first real high-tempo test of the season against a team that thrives in transition and really capitalizes on mistakes. Considering the turnover issues from the first few games, how important is ball security going to be tomorrow?
Yeah, it's not just important tomorrow, for sure. Like, it's just the whole season that's going to be an emphasis for us. And we have turnover racket practice. You only get a certain amount of turnovers at practice, or you got to run. And so it's always been an emphasis for us, is just taking care of the ball. And yeah, because when you take care of the ball and you take good shots, it eliminates the team's transition. But when you're turning it over and you're taking ill-advised shots, that usually gets teams running, because it's harder to rebound off of bad shots, and it's really hard to rebound off of turnovers because you can't. So yeah, just giving ourselves the best chance in the game is going to be just rebounding our ball and, yeah, taking care of our ball.
Now, the Shockers, they're very aggressive on the glass. after getting edged by Montana State, as we were talking about, by one rebound. How urgent is the emphasis for you guys to clean that up going into this matchup?
Yeah, it's the biggest emphasis for us. That's not who we are. Like every night, that's what we hang our hat on, and we knew that wasn't acceptable. So yeah, that's quite literally our biggest focus for this game is rebounding our ball.
What's the biggest key for Boise State to dictate the style on Tuesday? Is it going to be pace, physicality, half-court discipline, or something else entirely?
I mean, all of those things are definitely going to contribute to it. But like I said, our defense and rebounding, if we're on our game in those areas, we're usually put ourselves in a good position. So I think focusing on those, because offense isn't necessarily something you can always control in terms of shots going in, but you can always control your effort on defense and how physical you are rebounding on both sides of the ball. So I think when we take care of those two areas, and then obviously knowing the personnel, I think you give yourself a good chance to get the job done.
Final question, and then we'll get into a lightning round. We appreciate you taking the time. Tomorrow night is no joke. Boise State welcomes unbeaten Wichita State, sitting 98 in Ken Palm, 3-0 on the year and playing some excellent basketball. With tip-off set for 7 p.m. Mountain Time at Extra Mile. It's the last game on this homestand, and it has a massive early season significance for the Broncos ahead of the Maui Invitational. You open that up with USC on Monday. What are you guys doing mentally to not look ahead to that matchup?
Yeah, you just got to stay present. Like, it's such a long season. You just got to take every day, and like especially me for being a senior, man, it's my last year, so I'm just trying to enjoy every opportunity I get, and we get to play these games. It's not a we have a lot of like tough tests coming up. Like, yeah, it's really a blessing to have this many opportunities and to get to play the game I love. So I'm just super excited, and I know the team's excited, and yeah, I'm just excited to get going.
All right. You ready for some lightning round?
Let's do it.
All right. What's your favorite warm-up song?
Oh, man, there's a lot. Either like a couple hours before the game, it's either something really chill. Sometimes it's country or it's raw wave. But then closer to the game, just try to turn on something upbeat that's going to get me going. I don't think it's a specific song every time, but something to get the juices flowing.
Yeah. Favorite Boise restaurant?
Ooh, man, I'm not gonna lie. The first thought in my head, and it's not even necessarily a restaurant; it's more like a sports bar. But I love the Tap House. I can't get enough of the Tap House downtown. Their wings are like got me in a chokehold.
Yeah, sounds like there needs to be some nil opportunities there.
Maybe.
Pineapple on pizza?
No, sir. No.
Stanley or Owala?
Ooh, my girlfriend's had both, but I'll say I like Stanley more though, for sure.
Yeti or Arctic?
Yeti.
Fry sauce or ketchup?
Ooh. Fry sauce.
Favorite non-basketball sport to watch?
Non-basketball sport? Probably football.
Blue Bunny or Blue Bell?
Probably Blue Bunny.
Yes. Stuck on an island, what 3 items do you bring?
Ooh, what 3 items do I bring? I'm not even gonna act like I know how to fish. I was gonna say fishing rod, but I don't even know how to. I guess, dang, that's a hard one. Is there any cell phone service?
It depends on where the island is, I guess.
Probably not. Probably not any cell phone service. I'll bring a basketball. I'll bring a really good book I like, and then I might as well bring some stuff to make a fire, or else I'm not gonna live.
All right. You know, if you got cell phones today, they have that satellite
True
deal in them now, especially T-Mobile. I think it comes free with T-Mobile. So
yeah.
You could say cell phone, I guess.
All right.
All right. Quick and painless lightning round.
I like that.
Well, we appreciate you, Javan. You've been a massive piece of these early wins and a steady hand during some tough offensive nights.
Yeah. Best of luck against Wichita State. We can't wait to see you back on the court at the X tomorrow night. The last game of the homestand. Bronco Nation needs to set attendance records.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to Bronco Nation before we part?
All right, man. Show up tomorrow. Be loud. I'm going to try to get it done.
You heard it here first.
All right. All right, Bronco Nation. Show up loud, show up early, and make the X a problem for the Shockers. This team feeds off that energy, and tomorrow night they'll need every decibel of it. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Hi, I'm Ron Dorn. I'm president of Blue Elevation. A lot of you have probably heard of it in other sites like Bronco Nation Updates, and I just want to talk a little bit about Boise State football and what we're trying to do to help move the team forward. It's a lot of fun to work with them, but as you know, with the upheaval in college football and the NIL money, we're always needing more, and we're trying to do that by giving more news to you than you can get in other sources, and events that you might be able to attend. And we would just love to see your support, additional support for Boise State, so we can take this to the next level, especially moving into the Pac-12. I see such a bright future for us by doing this. For those of you that are as old as I am, you remember when we had wooden bleachers and we did rodeos in the stadium, and we had good coaches and we were doing the best we can with what we had. These coaches need that continuated support to make it happen for us. You can see what we've done with what little we've had, but we really need the help, and we just need the commitment, and we need you to get involved with us to push the Boise State program forward. Again, especially going to the Pac-12, and especially the future that's out there, and what the basketball team is doing, the women's softball team is doing, and some other sports that I follow. We just want to keep you involved and focused and helping us out any way that you can do that to support our university.